Let's go. Shout out to everybody rocking with your bull. Hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Now let me say this right now, man. Mike Sports Vibes balling. Thank you for vibing with me. The 76ers will make the playoffs next NBA season if they do this. By the way, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We cover the Sixers. We go live play-by-play for mostly every Sixer game. And also, we go live for Phillies, too, as well. So we cover the Phillies and the Sixers on this channel. So if you're interested, consider subscribing. And let's get straight to it, man. Straight to the point, right? First things first. The Philadelphia 76ers have to lose a lot more games this season. Meaning, for the rest of the season, we got to take L's left and right. We go against the Hawks tonight. We're losing at halftime by like 12. We got to keep on taking L's, man. We got to take L's because we're trying to keep that first round pick. And if we get that first round pick, top 6, protected, if we can get a top 6 pick, we are good. So Trey Johnson, Cooper Flagg, VJ Edgecombe, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey. You know, I have a feeling, y'all. I have this feeling. So that's number one. We have to lose for the rest of the season. That's number one. You know what I mean? Because we can get one of these picks. And I believe I believe a lot of these picks potentially could be all-stars. Not a guarantee, but potentially, right? And I have this feeling, y'all. I was kind of negative about, the Sixers are going to mess this up. The Sixers are not going to get a top 6 pick. They're going to mess around and win too many times, and the pick is going to go to the OKC Thunder. Now I'm starting to think a little bit different, y'all. I feel like the Sixers are going to have a top 2 pick in the 2025 NBA draft. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm delusional. But I'm telling y'all, I got this feeling. I got a feeling we're going to mess around and have the first overall pick, bro. And if we get the first overall pick, go get me a Cooper Flagg, man. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink it. If it's a top 2 pick, give me an Ace Bailey, bro. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink it. If it's the 3rd pick, go get me a VJ Edgecombe or a Dylan Harper. Don't overthink it. Just make the dang on pick, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Grasshopper? What's going on? What's going on, everybody in the building? Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Christopher Rose in the building. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down. But listen, so first thing first, the Sixers can make the playoffs next season. If they do this, they have to lose the rest of the season against the Hawks. They're getting the brakes beat off of them against the Hawks. I know we're going to go against the Wizards. We got to lose against them. There's a few other teams that we got to lose to. We got about like 11 games, 10 games left in the NBA season. So hopefully the Sixers continue to lose so we can get a top 6 pick, right? So think about it, right? Number 2, the Sixers get healthy. They get healthy for next season, meaning Tyrese Maxey's 100% healthy. Meaning, Jared McCain is 100% healthy. I'm telling you. And then we got that boy Cooper Flagg. I'm just using him as an example. It might be Trey Johnson. It might be Dylan Harper. It might be any of those picks. But I'm just going to use Cooper Flagg as an example, right? So we got a Cooper Flagg, a Dylan Harper, a Tyrese Maxey, and another thing. I'm going to get to it. Quentin Grimes. I'm going to get to what I'm about to say about Quentin Grimes. He's on the roster as well. We trade. All right, so that's number 2, right? Get healthy, meaning everybody, even Paul George and Joel Embiid. Even though we're going to trade them, we're going to trade them. Tyrese Maxey, the people that are staying is Tyrese, Jared McCain, Quentin Grimes, and of course our 2025 NBA draft pick named Cooper Flagg, right? Shout out to Malik in the building. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. But getting back to what I was saying, right? So we have to lose number 1. Number 2, get healthy. Getting back to Paul George, getting back to Joel Embiid. They got to get healthy so we could trade them. No disrespect. I'm just keeping it real. We got to trade Paul George and Joel Embiid. I don't know if we could trade him because he hasn't been healthy in like I don't know how long. So I don't know what we can even get for Joel Embiid. But Let them get healthy so we can trade them, right? So that's number 2. Everybody got to get healthy. Oh, damn, I think I skipped one. Number 3, we have to sign Quentin Grimes. The Sixers cannot go through this offseason without a contract for Quentin Grimes. Now, if the Sixers mess this up and they let Quentin Grimes go, they let Quentin Grimes just go to another team, right? The Sixers are just delusional. The Sixers don't know what the heck they're doing. The Sixers made a lot of mistakes. Shout out to everybody. Hold on, what y'all saying in the comments? 76ers need to get all-star next, an all-star next to Tyrese Maxey like Kevin Durant or Devin. But oh my gosh, that'd be awesome too. But yeah, I actually want to get a little bit younger, man. I love Kevin Durant, but I want to really go young. I really want to be kind of like the Rockets. How the Rockets got a lot of young players. That's kind of like what I want to do. Like how the Thunder got a lot of young players. That's kind of like what I want to do, bro. Yo, what's going on? Yeah, get that sea moss for your health. I know all about that sea moss too. I think it's 94 of the 100 minerals you need for your body or something like that. 96 of the minerals you need for your body to be healthy. But get to what I was saying. So you got to sign Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes has shown you what this man's capable of. Yes, he's not going to have these many attempts when, of course, Tyrese Maxey, Jeremy McCain is back on the floor, and we got Cooper Flagg as well. He's not going to be able to put up these attempts, but just the potential of this man putting up 30 points on somebody. He has game. He can beat you off the dribble. You know what I mean? He can shoot the 3. He has solid defense. This is the guy you need to keep in the Sixer uniform. You can't let him walk. You cannot let him walk. You know what I mean? If the Sixers don't sign Quentin Grimes, man, I don't know what to say, bro. The Sixers are just... What's the word to describe the Sixers if they don't re-sign Quentin Grimes? It's devastation for me. Because I feel like Quentin Grimes was a steal. Daryl Morey did a couple of good things, but that was one of the good things Daryl Morey did, and that's by signing Quentin Grimes. By trading for Quentin Grimes. So, from the Mavs made a big mistake. They should have kept Quentin Grimes. I don't know. All right, so number 4. What the Sixers need to do to make the playoffs, because I believe the Sixers will be a playoff team next season. You know what I mean? They're going to be a playoff team next season. So number 1, the Sixers will be in the playoffs because they need to lose the rest of these games this season so we can get a top 6 pick. Number 2 is everybody get healthy, like Jeremy McCain and Tyrese Maxey, everybody. Paul George, Joel Embiid, so we can trade them, right? And then number 4, hold on. I think that's number 4. Number 4, you got to make sure you resign Quentin Grimes. Or is that number 3? I don't know. It's one of those numbers. And then another thing that the Sixers need to do is you got to fire some people, man. You got to fire almost everybody. Fire everybody. And it starts with the GM. Get Daryl Morey the freak out of Philly, bro. Get Daryl Morey out of Philly. This man has messed this team up. This man has messed this team up. You signed Paul George to a max contract. You got to go. You got to go, Daryl Morey. You got to go. I see a whole bunch of deers looking at me. I don't know why they're looking at me like they got a problem. If they got a problem, they can see me. What's up? I want y'all to see these dang on deers real quick, man, because they looking at me. They staring me down, y'all. And I'm trying to figure out why they staring me down like they got a problem. Like, they staring me down a little bit. I don't know what's up with these bulls. Like, they got a problem or something. They got a problem. They can see me. You know what I'm saying? If they got a problem, they can see me. I ain't scared of no deers, man. I ain't scared of no deers. If I come back around here, there's going to be a problem. If I come back around here, there's going to be a problem. But getting back to what I was saying. So, they got to fire Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey got to go. You sign all these players, all these max contracts for no reason. Besides Tyrese, everybody else's max is a question mark. Joel Embiid, you signed him to an extension for what? The man hasn't played a lot of games in his career, right? You signed Paul George to a max 4 years, $211.6 million, and Paul George ain't the same. Paul George been washed since he came to Philly. Paul George was washed before he came to Philly. And I ain't hating, I'm just stating. People gonna be mad at me and say, oh, why you hating on Paul George? He's hurt. Listen, bro. Quentin Grimes just got on the team. He got more 30-point games than Paul George has, bro. He just got on the team, bro. So what's the excuse? Quentin Grimes can do it. Why can't Paul George? And Paul George getting paid max money. I'm tired of giving these dudes excuses. If you're on the court, then you got to ball out. That goes for Joel Embiid, anybody. If you're on the court, you got to ball out. We're not giving these dudes no more excuses, bro. We're not giving these dudes no excuses. You know what I'm saying? This season part 2, they rushing you soon. Now, I hope they do, bro. I'm coming right back around, bro. Careful, people. Yeah, we need somebody that can be better than Tyrese. Yeah. That's the point, though. The player that we get in the 2025 NBA draft is going to be better. Is going to be our best player on the team. Meaning, if we get a Cooper Flag, he's going to be the best player. Ace Bailey. Or who else? Ace Bailey, VJ Ashcombe, Dylan Harper. Whoa, I see a lot of deers. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I got to show you this. I got to show y'all this real quick, y'all. Look at this. He looking right at me, y'all. He looking right at me like he said, yo, what's really good? That's a big one, too, y'all. That's a big behind deer. I'm a little nervous going around that bull. Then they got these deers on the dang on trail. Look, they on the trail waiting for me, y'all. They on the trail waiting for. Look, he walking away. Look, they scared. They heard my voice. All right, he's just sitting there. He like, yo, what's up? What's up with it? Like, you got a problem? What's up? Are they still on the trail? Look, this some bull crap. I'm gonna see if they still my way when I walk over there. And you better not be over there when I go. Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. He looking at me right now. Oh, what the heck? Oh, he's staring me down. He wagging his tail and everything. Ain't this about a I don't know what's going on, man. I don't want no problems, man. But getting back to what I was saying, y'all. Listen, y'all. By the way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I cover the Sixers and the Phillies on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I do play-by-play for the Sixers. I do play-by-play for the Phillies. And I will be covering big breaking news for any NBA team like that Luka trade. I will cover stuff like that. And I will be covering the playoffs for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. So if you're interested, even if you're not a Sixer fan or a Phillies fan, consider subscribing to your bull if you're vibing with the bull. You know what I'm saying? But listen, y'all. Daryl Morey got to go. Quentin Grimes. Oh, getting back to Quentin Grimes. So you got to, the fifth thing they got to do, because I'm not really sure. I lost count how many, with the options. I'm going to just say this. The fifth thing they have to do, they got to somehow trade Paul George. You got to get out of that contract, man. Because listen, that contract got to be the worst contract that the Sixers have signed, bro. I don't know a worse contract than that. He's only averaging 16 points. That man is getting paid max money to do a dang on thing. What is he doing for max money, bro? What is he doing for max money? You know what I mean? But getting back to what I was saying, my bad, bro. Malik, you did say. All right, so the best player is going to be the player that we draft in the 2025 NBA draft, and I can't wait. That's why, look, they crossing the dang on path, y'all. They crossing the dang on path. They said, yo, we ain't messing with that bull. I don't know if y'all can see them. They crossing the path right now. Look, they running in the dang on woods. Look, they know the deal. They know the deal. Look. He about to cross. Look, he know the deal. When you see Mike Sports Vibes balling, y'all know what it is, man. Stop acting like y'all don't know. Y'all know what it is. Stop playing with me, man. They know when I come around, they know it's time to move out the way. It's time to move out the way, man. Stop playing with me, man. Embiid fought too. Embiid's fault. He gotta go. Shout out to my bull Tuning Sports. What did he say? He said, hold up. Please, yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's not Paul George's fault. Y'all paid him. Yeah, it is. It's our fault. That's why I said they gotta fire Daryl Morey. They gotta get rid of Nick Nurse too. Get rid of them all. Get rid of everybody. The Sixers will make the playoffs next season, y'all. if they do this. And I already said it. I'm going to say it again one more time. Number one, the Sixers got to lose so we can get a top 6 pick and draft Cooper Flagg or possibly Ace Bailey or VJ Edgecombe or Dylan Harper or anybody in the top 6, Trey Johnson. All right, that's number one. Number two, get healthy. Jared McCain, everybody, get healthy. And get healthy Joel Embiid and Paul George so we can trade y'all. Right? That's number two. Number three, sign Quentin Grimes. You have to make sure Quentin Grimes stays in a Philadelphia 76er uniform. This man has how many games? 30-piece nuggets. You know what I mean? More than Paul George. And Paul George been on our team since the beginning of the season. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen? Can I talk that talk? Now, four, you got to fire Daryl Morey. You got to just fire them all, man. I see Daryl's all over the dang on place. You got to fire Daryl Morey. You got to fire Nick Nurse. That should probably be number one, honestly. That should be number one. You know what I mean? Fire them all. And then number 5, right? You have to get a head coach that it doesn't have a crazy resume. Meaning, I don't need to have a head coach that won a championship. I don't need that, bro. Give me a coach that's assistant coach, that's on the bench of like a great coach or a solid coach. Who's the assistant coach of what's a good team right now? Who's a good team? What's the Lakers coach? I forgot the Lakers head coach. Who's the Lakers head coach? So who's the assistant coach on the Lakers in the Lakers organization? Who's the assistant head coach of some of these great coaches, man? We need to get someone that's not really known. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want to start fresh. I'm tired of getting these dudes that think they know it all, but then but really don't. But don't really know what they're doing some of the times. You know what I mean? So they got to go. The coach got to go. GM got to go. Elton Brand, I don't know what he's doing. He got to go. But I feel like the Sixers can honestly make the playoffs. Bro, like I know that might sound crazy. I might sound like, what the freak is this dude talking about? The Sixers are garbage. I'm telling you, the Eastern Conference is cooked. The Eastern Conference is not that good. There's only a select 3 teams in the East that are actually good. So for me to say that the Sixers can't make the playoffs, bro, you don't even have to be a 500 team to be in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. So, and I think we're going to be above 500, to be honest with you. Shout out to Jaden Jacobs. What's up with it? Y'all not getting Cooper. We might get him, bro. We might get the top pick, the first overall pick, bro. If I was Paul George and I wouldn't stop my podcast. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Paul George need to just keep doing what he's doing. Look like Grimes a better fit than, yeah, heck yeah, bro. Tunis, but you telling the truth, bro. Head coach is yeah, no, I'm talking about the assistant coach. I'm talking about the assistant coach, not JJ Redick. JJ Redick, yeah, right. JJ Redick's doing an excellent job, by the way. Nick is that's it. Okay, give me him. Give me him, bro. I don't know too much about him. Don't forget, we still don't know if Nick Nurse is good coach. If he comes back, we going to have another loose season. He got to go. Hey, listen, I might sound crazy. I ain't going to sit here and lie. I might sound crazy, man. But the Sixers making the playoffs next season, bro. If everything I said happens, bro, they're making the playoffs, bro. I'm telling you. Cooper, Flagg, Ace Bailey, or one of those two or whatever, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, and then you add a Tyrese Maxey, a Jared McCain, you know what I'm saying? A Quentin Grimes. Bro, we making the playoffs, bro. You can't really tell me that our starting 5 won't be crazy, bro. We got to find out who our center's going to be because I don't think it's going to be Joel Embiid. So I don't know who our center's going to be. But I'm telling you, bro, the Sixers can mess around and go to the playoffs, bro. Nate was a head coach for the Pacers before he got fired. Oh, we don't want Nate then. I want someone new. I want somebody fresh, bro. I got to do some research on assistant coaches, bro. Who's the one head coach of, what's his name? What's the Heat's head coach's name? I forgot his name. But what about his assistant coach? You know what I mean? Go give me an assistant coach. I don't want none of these dudes that got fired, that's about to get fired. I want to start from ground zero. I want to start with a coach that doesn't have a big resume. You feel me? New ideas. New ideas, man. I'm tired of getting these older coaches that think they know everything, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. Oh, you said Chris Quinn? Oh, Nate was Chris Quinn. Okay. Earth Poultry is yeah, Miami. Sam Cassell. Yes, that's another one. Sam is in Boston. Yo, go get me Sam. Yo, bro, go get me. I would love to have Sam Cassell. I think he'll be an excellent coach. You know, I think he'll be an excellent coach. You know, someone that hasn't gotten really any coaching opportunity that I think would be a solid coach is Maurice Cheeks too. Maurice Cheeks will be probably a really good coach, man. Just my honest opinion. But just go get me a head coach, bro. Go get me a head coach. I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of just, I need a head coach, man, that has an open mind, that's not so into, oh, whatever I want, that's what it's going to have to be. You got to adapt your system to the players you have on your team. It's not the other way around. It's not the other way around, especially if the players can't play that type of system. And you got to be able to make adjustments, especially when the game is on the line. And the coaches that we've been having these last few seasons, bro, Nick Nurse, I don't know what this man's doing, bro. By the way, can someone give me the score for the Hawks and the Sixers? Hopefully the Hawks is still winning, because we trying to lose the rest of these games. But yeah, I might be crazy, y'all. I might be crazy thinking that the Sixers actually will make the playoffs next season. But I don't think it's that hard to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Sam was already with y'all, but he should be head coach. I agree. Yeah, Sam. Mark Jackson will never be head coach again. Yeah, I know they probably not gonna let him be a coach no more. But Sam Cassell, I mean, you got to give these dudes an opportunity, man. Give somebody an opportunity. Like, why would you want to keep what we have, man? Nick Nurse no, he ain't the guy. Maybe he's the guy for another team, but not for the Sixers, bro. What's going on, Big Task? I'm thinking of a master plan, Big Task. I said the Sixers going to make the playoffs next season, bro. If they do these 5 or 6 things, they're going to make the playoffs, man. They got to keep losing, though. You know what I mean? So they could draft a Cooper Flag or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? They got to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? They got to sign Quentin Grimes. You know what I'm saying? They got to trade Joel Embiid and Paul George. You know what I'm saying? They got to fire Daryl Morey. They got to fire Nick Nurse. They got a lot of stuff they got to do, bro. No, you have to keep the current coach. He's all... If I had the soundboard, I would hit you with the nah, bruh. Nah. I would hit you with the nah, bruh. Oh, that's some funny stuff right there. And he said, but Mike, to be fair, Nick Nurse didn't have... Man, listen, bro. Let me tell you what I think about this now. I understand where you're coming from, but Nick Nurse had this man... Look, I'm gonna keep saying it because it's true, bro. This man had Eric Gordon in the game, right? Right? He had Kyle Lowry in the game. Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon. And guess what? He had Reggie Jackson in the dang on game. So this man had Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry, and Eric Gordon in the game, right? Another thing, look, that ain't going to work, bro. I don't care what anybody says, how hurt we are, that's not going to work. What about that boy Jeff Dalton Jr.? What about putting, listen, anybody but all of them in the game at the same time? And then he had the nerve to think that Andre Drummond was that dude. Andre Drummond was never that dude. And then he finally put a Dem Bona in the game. A Dem Bona started getting doubles, getting double blocks, bringing in energy. But it took injury for him to find that out. He was forced to figure that out because of that. Now, mind you, Let's think about the beginning of the season. This is why I don't mess with Nick Nurse. The only reason why Jared McCain got opportunity was because of injuries, bro. Do you remember? He was playing Eric Gordon over him, Kyle Lowry over him, Reggie Jackson over him. He was playing everybody over Jared McCain. Why? Because he doesn't like to take chances. Why? Because he doesn't have an open mind. I'm ready to get rid of this guy, bro. The only reason why we found out that Jared McCain was that dude was because injuries, bro. Because those players got hurt. That's not a sign of a good coach, bro. In order for you to be a great coach in my eyes, you got to take chances and play your young players, bro. Especially if your older players ain't built like that, bro. They're not in their prime. Kyle Lowry ain't the old Kyle Lowry. Eric Gordon ain't the old Eric Gordon. Reggie Jackson ain't the old Reggie Jackson. So why would you play three of these old players on the court at the same time? You got Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon, and Kyle Lowry in the game at the same time. And then you wondering why we getting the brakes beat off of us every single night. You take Tyrese Maxey out the game, we getting the brakes beat off of us because you got three old heads in the game at the same time. But y'all wondering why I'm acting like this, because I feel some type of way. The season is wasted, but I know that the Sixers will be a playoff team next season. That's what gives me joy, y'all. That's what gives me joy. You know what I'm saying? Mike, are you ready for WrestleMania? You know what? WrestleMania, I got to get back into WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Put the threes in the chat. Yeah, put the threes in the chat for the Hawks, because we want the Hawks to win tonight. Because we trying to get a top 6 pick, man. So, like I said, just think about this starting 5, y'all. We got Jared McCain as the 1. Tyrese Maxey as the 2. Quentin Grimes as the 3. At the 4, we got Ace Bailey, bro. At the 5, we have Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that starting 5, brother. I understand people ain't gonna like what I'm saying. They like, yo, this bull's crazy. But I'm telling you, that's gonna be the starting 5 next season, bro. Book it. I'm speaking into existence, y'all. I'm telling y'all, if everything works out, because it's not hard for any team to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference is not tough. It's not like the Western Conference. Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Quentin Grimes staying with the Sixers, baby. Quentin Grimes gonna be the 3, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, bro. I understand people don't understand, but I'm trying to get you to understand because I know a little something about a little something. I don't know everything, but I'm trying to give you my thinking process. My thinking process is weird sometimes, and I be going, you know what I mean? I be going places in my, like, you know what I mean, thinking different ways for our team to win a championship, but I honestly don't think this is rocket science. If the Sixers can pull off an Ace Bailey or Cooper Flag, one of these top 6 picks, and Jared McCain is healthy and Tyrese Maxey's healthy, you re-sign Quentin Grimes. I'm telling you, bro, and Joel Embiid is healthy, we might mess around with trading. We got to trade Paul George, though. Fire Nick Nurse, but fire that man. If he doesn't get fired, he better show me something early on. But Daryl Morey got to go. Daryl Morey has to go. You feel me? He got to go. I'm so pumped. WWE is so fire. Yeah, WWE. Shout out to the wrestling fans. You know what I mean? I go back to the days of a Triple H, of a Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock has come back. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? You know what I'm saying? The Rock was my guy, man. Even though The Rock always got beat up by Triple H for some dang on reason. I don't know why he always got beat up by Triple H. Triple H was beating up Stone Cold and The Rock, it seemed like, every single time, bro. Triple H got on my dang on nerves. But I started to like Triple H. I liked his theme song. You know what I mean? It's all about the game. And when you're playing, it's all about... You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, the Sixers is about to go off next season. Can someone give me the score of the Hawks and the in the Sixers. What's the score? What's the score? Jordan B going to miss 40 games. You all right? A lot of ifs. You ain't lying, bro. It's a lot of ifs. But sometimes them ifs can become reality, bro. Reality, brother. You gotta think optimistically when it comes to the Sixers. The Sixers been looking bad lately, bro. The Sixers been looking bad lately. What am I supposed to do, bro, as a Sixers fan? I gotta be as optimistic as possible. Because if I don't know what. Look, bro. Being a Sixers fan is hard. It's a little dark out here, y'all. As y'all can probably tell, it's a little dark out here. It actually is like really dark out here, actually. Walking to my car right now. As you can tell, like, the Sixers is bad. You got to be optimistic, bro. Sixers is, like, it's hard being a Sixers fan. Imagine you going through the process. Imagine you being terrible on purpose, and after all these years, it's dark as crap out here. You know what I'm saying? Imagine going through all that, and after all these years, your team is still bad. By the way, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you vibing with your boy, trying to get to my first 300 subscribers on this channel, shout out to each and every one of y'all that's rocking with your boy. Y'all know the vibes. We cover the Sixers and the Phillies on this channel, and we also will be covering the playoffs on this channel for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference playoffs. You know the vibes over here. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. Make sure I hit that like button, though. Hit that like button. Got 8 likes. You know what I mean? Can I get 10 likes on the stream? Can I get 10 likes on the stream? He said 91 to 72. Yes, let's get it, baby. Joel Embiid got to do something with his body in the off season to try to stay healthy as much as possible. You got to, so we could trade him. I like Randy Orton, thiS. Harris is great. Oh, okay. Randy Orton's a beast. 91 to 72. Okay. Let's go. Burn my like good song. I don't know why Randy stopped. Yeah. Randy Orton's a beast as well, though. But yeah, man. I'm about to get off this live. Yo, it's dark, man. It's really dark. You probably can't tell, but it really is dark. It's like my phone's making it brighter than what it is. It is not this bright outside, bro. Keeping it all the way real with you. But I'm about to get off this live. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully the Sixers lose this game against the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the Quentin Grimes chills out. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of ifs. You know what I mean? My boy had a good point. It's a lot of ifs. But it's all about being optimistic and thinking positive. I think the Sixers have a chance to make the playoffs next season. You heard it first from your boy, Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's this delusional as me when it comes to the Sixers. But I think we have a chance if everything works out. But it starts with getting a top 6 pick in the 2025 NBA draft. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to get off this live in about 10 seconds. Shout out to y'all, man. Be easy. 41 wrestling. Hopefully Grimes comes back to the... Nah, we don't want that. We don't want that, bro. Hey, listen, Big Tess, we don't want that. In the Raiders Stadium. Oh, it's in the Raiders Stadium. Okay. All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. As always, God bless. Be easy, man. Peace.